Welcome to the May 5th, 2017 edition of Colorado Inside Out Postgame, a special web exclusive production here on Channel 12. Let's get a quick take on a bill that was introduced only 5 days left in the legislative session that would expand the rules for big box stores to obtain liquor licenses. The bill has also split the liquor lobby, pitting larger retail liquor outlets against smaller mom and pop stores. Patty Calhoun from Westward, just when you thought it was safe to get to the end of the legislative session, somebody throws in this Molotov cocktail. I don't know if it's going to go anywhere, but what was the, I guess pun intended on that one. Do you think it's going to go anywhere between now and the end of the session?
Well, if it goes anywhere and somehow manages to get through, which I doubt it, I'm guessing it'll be vetoed by Governor Hickenlooper, because you remember what a compromise it was last year to come up with anything that would work, where you're trying not to harm the mom and pop liquor stores, but you're trying to give more access to consumers so that you can, they're going to be, a chain will be able to have 4 in a few years. But this would really speed it up. I'm thinking because of the compromise last year, I don't think it's going to go through. We've already seen a couple other liquor bills die. The one that would have allowed breweries to have more tap rooms, which would have been fun and useful for small businesses. With the late night, the later liquor hours, that also went down. So I don't see this making it either.
David Kopel from the Independence Institute and DU Law School. Was somebody trying to take advantage of the, I guess, the natural momentum and adrenaline of the last few days of the session, where we don't know what it is, we haven't read it, but that sounds good, and sign it, or is this just poor timing?
It's great timing, because that was the point of it. And this is not splitting the liquor lobby. They're not fighting against Carrie Nation and the prohibitionists. This is the big boxes versus the mom and pop stores. As Patty said, there was a compromise worked out after a lot of work in the legislature last year, and that's barely begun to be implemented. We should see how that works in practice before the big box retailers come in and demand even more at the very last minute. If they wanted even more, there was no reason to try to wait for this at the very end. Part of the reason for waiting at the end is in the last few days of legislative sessions, the normal House and Senate rules are suspended. So it's a lot easier to sleaze things through on the fast track. This should not be sleazed through, and Governor Hickenlooper, hopefully with his past as a controlled substances purveyor, running his brew pub, would veto that if the legislature were foolish enough to pass it.
Eric Sonneman, political analyst. I understand that somebody may have the mood to just go ahead and give this a shot, but do you think this even gets out of committee, because maybe will cooler heads prevail there?
I can't tell you about the committee structure. I'd be very surprised to see it get all the way through the process, even more surprised to see it get past the governor's desk. I have to give David credit. It's the first time I've heard the word sleaze used as a verb. We're breaking some ground here today. It strikes me as premature for reasons already pointed out. This was a massive compromise. It hasn't really had a time to take effect or for people to analyze the effects. I have to say, if you're a significant lobbyist in the state of Colorado and you don't have a side in the liquor fight, you're probably not a significant lobbyist in the state of Colorado. So sometimes I think these fights get ginned up because everyone in the lobbying community sort of gets fat and happy on it, no matter which side of the table you happen to represent. I think that's probably particularly true with the whole liquor industry. Even though I think it is way premature, I also have to say there's become something sacrosanct about mom and pop liquor stores, where I don't recall anyone shedding those kinds of tears or having these kinds of legislative fights for the mom and pop hardware store or the mom and pop any other kind of store when the big boxes came in. And so for some reason we have protected liquor stores in ways we haven't protected other retailers, and maybe that's just part of the culture of the Capitol.
I will agree with you there. Out of all the different mom and pop kind of things you think about, a liquor store, when I've walked into a small one, it's not what I'm thinking, mom and pop, but I get your point. Justine Sandoval, political activist, wrap it up for us. Does this bill disappear as fast as it appeared?
I definitely hope that it does. I think we ought to echo what everyone said. It was a big compromise last year to get the bill through. And I think that liquor is a huge business in Colorado, and a lot of people moving here like the convenience of maybe their home state where you could go to Target and get your wine or go to the grocery store and get everything in one stop. But we really have to be thoughtful about, as our state grows, protecting businesses that have been here and making sure that they have a chance to also be a part of the state's liquor economy as well and not just big box stores. So I really hope that this bill goes nowhere.
That's all the time we have for Colorado Inside Out postgame this week. Leave us a comment. Tell us what you think. For everyone here at CPT12.org, I'm Dominic Dezzutti. Thanks for watching.